Super Rugby Aotearoa is on the line tonight. Win this game and the Crusaders will be crowned champions with one round still to play. Standing in their way are their South Island rivals, the Highlanders, who have the support of both the Blues and the Hurricanes, who want to keep this season going for one more week. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby, and this is the second game of round 9 in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Thanks for joining me, and let's have a look at the two teams who are going to be going head to head tonight for ultimately the winning title this season. It's the Crusaders versus the Highlanders, and starting off in the front row for the two respective sides, loose head will be Joe Moody and hooker Cody Taylor and Michael Alaalatoa for the Crusaders. On the Highlanders side, it's going to be Aidan Johnston, Ash Dixon and Siati Tokalahi wearing those little numbers. Moving into that second row, Sam Wylock and Quinton Strange will be alongside Putty Parkinson and Jack Wetton for the Highlanders. Into the back row is the Toms, Tom Sanders, Tom Christie, and Fitu Douglas comes back into the Crusaders side. For the Highlanders, Shannon Frizzell, Dylan Hunt and Marino Makaeli Tu'u have been standouts for the side throughout the whole season. It's going to be an epic battle in the number 9 jumpers. Bryn Hall will go up against Aaron Smith, and the number 10s is equally as good. Two All Black number 10s, Richie Moanga and Josh Ioane, set to go head to head yet again. Into the left wing, it's George Bridge versus Jonah Nareki. It's consistency versus X-Factor brilliance. And moving into midfield, Jack Goodhue up against C.O. Tompkinson in the 12 jumper. And Braden Enor makes a return back to the rear of the Crusaders, and he'll take on Michael Collins, starting here for the second time in a row. On the right wing, it is Sevu Reeks up against his former teammate in Josh Mackay. And then Will Jordan, the amazing, fantastic and unbelievable Will Jordan, up against Mr. Consistency and playmaker Mitchell Hunt for the Highlanders. A lot on the line, as we've already spoke of, and the Highlanders must be at their best to get anything out of this matchup. On the bench, there's plenty of players who are going to add a lot to this game. And you can see down in the bottom of the Crusaders, look out for Lester Whainganuku, who is a guy who really storms into this game and makes a big, big difference. Mitch Drummond, of course, the man who comes on replacing Bryn Hall. They have the two best combination of number 9s in this competition, and so much power. Havili, Romano, Jaeger, Bauer, Makaleo. It is a pack of replacements that would almost start in any other side. For the Highlanders, this is where this game could ultimately be won and lost. You've got plenty of experience with the likes of Coltman and Leonard Brown on the bench as well. And what we'll see from Manaka Shelby Rickett and, of course, Parate are guys that need to stand up against this Crusaders pack. It's sure to be a pretty exciting contest. The Crusaders, though, they'll want to wrap this up and take the title home a week early if they can. So we're all ready for kickoff. It is the Crusaders, of course, playing in their very famous red and black at home at Orange Theory Stadium up against the Highlanders, playing in these lovely away strips that just make no sense at all. And a great start as well. Witten finding Parkinson on a forward pass. Straight off the whistle, the Highlanders attack like nothing else.
Bind.
Big opportunity early. Putty Parkinson putting in a dangerous start, the two second rowers. The Crusaders wouldn't have been expecting that. They would have loved to have settled down, but now they're going to scrum to do that instead. Bryn Hall changes into midfield as Jack Goodhue takes on his opposite number, and C.O. Tompkinson rises to the early challenge. Here is, big tackle on Bryn Hall. Dangerous from Josh Ioane, and he's getting called over by the referee as well. Ash Dixon can't believe what he's seeing. Ferocious start from the Highlanders is shut down by the referee, who sends Josh Ioane to the bin. And just like that, so Crusader-like, they concede a line break, they turn you around, and they pop 3 points straight on the board, and you lose a man to the bin as well. It's the Crusaders hitting the lead first through the boot of Richie Moanga, and they lead 3-0. Where did this come from? The Highlanders now with a man in the bin as well. No Josh Ioane, which that means Aaron Smith is doing the infield kicking duties, and it's not a bad one either. As half busting through is Cody Taylor for the Crusaders. Bryn Hall has a bit of a scamper himself. Great offload finding Quinton Strange, and they go out to George Bridge. Gets away from Josh Mackay. Mid-turn across. Beautiful offload. And Richie Mo'unga will add to his penalty with another 5 points. Oh, clinical stuff from the Crusaders. George Bridge down the left. Commits Mitch Hunt. Commits Josh Mackay. And leaves them for absolute dust. This is beautiful work. The Crusaders, an ominous form early on here at home against the Highlanders. How did he keep that alive? George Bridge. That was filthy. Watch how he held on to this. Quinton Strange did brilliantly, but watch this ball here. George Bridge took the tackle, drops it off. Oh, that is magical. And that is the continuity that this Crusaders side brings to Super Rugby Aotearoa. And you just cannot sleep on this team. Not for a second. Because just like that, the Highlanders, a man down, and now 10 points down as well. It seems like a mountain to climb, and we're only 10 minutes in. Well, they seem very focused to the Crusaders on ramping up this title tonight. A start like that, absolutely ferocious by the home side. Aaron Smith goes deep this time, and Fitchy Douglas, it's taken ball and all. This could be a Highlanders turnover. It is. It's there for Smith. Whitson, nicely offloading to Mackay. Can't get away. George Bridge has certainly him wrapped up early on in this game. Here's Dylan Hunt, nicely to Winton, and Win so it's going to be a try. Highlanders back in the game. Win past it in field, and Aaron Smith dots it down unopposed. Wow, what a hit back from the Highlanders. Well, that wasn't in the script for the Crusaders. Certainly not. The assistant referee getting right in the way of the action, but have a look at this. Dylan Hunt drops it off to Jack Wetton, who just goes straight through. Big play from the big second rower. Had the know-all as well to slip it back inside to Aaron Smith, who was cutting back the other way. The Crusaders defence had no idea. Could have gone himself, unselfishly though. Look at the big man go. He was right there. He was about to get swamped by red jerseys. But Aaron Smith, the benefactor, grabs the opening try for the Highlanders. And of course, remember, no Josh Ioane. So it's going to be Mitch Hunt's yellow card as well, remember? So Ioane's still in the bin, and the Highlanders have fought their way back with their opening try of the game. Mitch Hunt converts, and they are right back in it. Snapping the streak of the Crusaders start there. 10 unanswered points, and a man down, the Highlanders. And they somehow managed to fight their way back. 10-7 after a quarter of an hour. It's been a very entertaining opening stanza of this matchup as Richie Mo'unga gets his pack underway and Dylan Hunt really has been involved. Ash Dixon takes a heavy hit from Jack Goodhue. And the Highlanders look to attack yet again. It's Ioane, he's kicking this time, looking for the corner, looking to pin back the Crusaders. Oh, it's going to dribble in goal. Oh, and it's going to dribble dead as well. Josh Mackay was flying up the wing. And there was a real foot race for that ball. A little bit softer from Josh Ioane, and we could have been looking at a real pace race to that corner. Mo'unga, though, will have the 22 dropout. And he just slaps an awkward kick down to the midfield where it's taken from Collins. He really took his time to pick that ball up. Did Collins had no real idea about it. Here is Aaron Smith taking on the defenders, and it's Joe Moody who eventually drags a little scrum half down. Here's Shannon Frizzell, the big boy's getting involved now. And just about goes through as Michael Collins again, but he's been turned over. And Bryn Hall has it back, and here is Moody. Moody on the attack now. Defensively, he did his job. Now he looks to fight back. Crusaders up towards the 22. Where's Hall? He's slow. He loses the momentum. He'll pick and go. Finds Bridge on the inside channels. They gain another couple of metres to Crusaders. They are ruthless here. Sanders away to Moody again, and they keep it to the tights before finally going to Michael Alatoa. Hall away to Goodhue, and they switch it back inside, and that is a big tackle there on George Bridge. Here's Hall again. Somehow offloads to Cody Taylor and they drag him down as well. Highlanders fighting for the ball, but the defence is very strong at the moment. Aotearoa somehow gets that out again. Oh, the Crusaders are magicians when they want to be. The forwards throwing the balls around like backs. Moody, once more. Pick and go from the base of the ruck as they sideways swivel towards that 22. There's no one out wide, and George Bridge with one man to beat. Mitch Hunt can't cover, and just like that, George Bridge having a phenomenal night already. We see the space, and Mitch Hunt tried to cover across, but there was no chance on the pace of George Bridge. This is what the Crusaders do. They toil close to the line. Quinton Strange again linking up out wide. And George Bridge gives that little dummy step on the inside to Mitch Hunt. Just puts him in two minds. And that is enough to get him the run into the corner. No one was at home out here either. That was the thing. It was a very flat pass. But the defence was absolutely sucked in by the Crusaders forwards, who were picking, who were going, and who were just driving through the middle. And that dragged everyone from the wings, except for George Bridge. 15-7 now, chance to make it a 10-point lead off the boot of Richie Mo'unga. And he does not miss. He has been in incredible form this season, Richie Mo'unga, for the Crusaders. And he continues on this vein, putting his team up now by 10 points as we make our way towards halftime. 5 minutes to play. Josh Ioane back in the action. And a great kickoff there, almost stolen from Makaele too. But instead, Tom Sanders the man, but he loses it. It's ball back to the Highlanders, and look at them go wide. Putty Parkinson gets those beautiful locks flowing into contact. Therefore, Tokalahi, he goes for a bit of a run. Can he find Mackay? Not quite. Josh Mackay lurking on the shoulder. Smith waits, and Smith goes for a little bit of a run off the back. He's driven in the tackle from Cody Taylor. Beautiful defence by the Crusaders captain. Parkinson waits and floats one out to Ioane. Pops a beautiful short ball. Oh, high tackle. Now where's the consistency on Joe Moody there? Josh Ioane spent 10 in the bin, and that perfectly little floated pass has caught him high. Ioane put that on a platter for a beautiful line from C.O. Tompkinson. He just sliced straight through. But the Highlanders can end the half here with another 3 points through the boot of Ioane. Right in front. And a good 40 metres back. Ioane makes the extra 3. And the scoreline now out to 17 points to 10. And that does complete the first half. It is the Crusaders in control by 7 points, but the Highlanders not to be put out of this one just yet. It has been a tense and tight affair so far. Possession and territory both within a couple of percent of each other, but that yellow card period did cost the Highlanders, with Josh Ioane spent 10 in the bin. An exciting prospect of the second half is coming right up. It is just a 7-point lead to the Crusaders, 17-10. But Josh Ioane will be hoping he doesn't spend any more time on the sidelines tonight. Crucial 10-minute period as he gets the second half underway. His side still has a long way to fight back, 7 points adrift. As Strange takes a kickoff down, and Bryn Hall inside his zone 22 finds it nicely to Goodhue, and Jack Goodhue slicing up through the defence. Fetu Douglas back in the side. Josh Mackay's got work to do to come across, and he does very well. Mitch Hunt right there as well. They take him down. It's good work in defence by the Highlanders, but there's a huge hole. Severings, he's dangerous. He is now unstoppable. Somehow they do though. Bring him down in the 22. Here's the run from Sanders, finding his support on the inside of the channels of Richie Mo'unga. Bryn Hall again. Huge pass out wide. Bridge with so many numbers. Brandon Hall's back. Brandon Hall the try. And the Crusaders put that lead out another 5. Welcome back to Super Rugby Aotearoa. Brandon Hall. Well, we've hardly mentioned his name tonight. Jack Goodhue has been getting more and more involved, but this was a pitch point pass from Bryn Hall. A number of Crusaders could have scored that. George Bridge come in. He's the one who created the overlap by Goodhue and Enor covering around the outside and giving them that extra two-man play. There it was. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing, Mitch Hunt and Josh Mackay could do about that. Brad Enor's back. And he's made a statement there as well. This game has the potential now at 22-10. A kick to come from Mo'unga. We'll have a look at this. It's a beauty as well. Now this one could explode. This could get nasty for the Highlanders. They need to fight back, and they need to do it now. Next team to score will be crucial. If they get it back to 24-17, they're in for another chance as this game wears on, but this is the sort of period where the Highlanders now have to watch out because the Crusaders could blow out. As a forward pass could save their blushes there, as it was almost a bust through from Cody Taylor.
Ouch. Bind.
The Highlanders will get the scrum feed. Can they contain two very fast finishing sides, which will take the incentive tonight? It's a solid scrum from the Highlanders, very good, and they're going to put some plays in motion. Smith waits. Now he delivers. Ioane doubling around the back as Jonah Nareki does very well, finding Josh Mackay out wide. Mackay with one to beat at the back as well, Jordan. And two proteges of Canterbury Rugby come head to head. Mackay goes down in the 22. Smith out to Tompkinson. Nice line there from Michael Collins. Turnover. Oh, Sam Wylock and Semi Rees. The counter-attack is on. Here comes Mitch Hunt. Rees up on the outside. Steps inside beautifully. Floats it into Bridge. It breaks down a bit now for the Crusaders. And a turnover from Frizzell. Now we go back the other way. Nareki. Oh, the pass from Jonah Nareki. Trying to keep it alive. That was exciting, and that is what these two sides can deliver.
Set.
How about that little play? Semi Rees. Oh, big scrum here by the Crusaders. Goodness me, now they're going to try something fancy. Britton Hall waits for it. Delivers to Mo'unga. No, the inside ball is off. It's away instead to Enor. Back to Mo'unga. Mo'unga takes on the defenders. A little bit fancy there from the Crusaders. Here's Britton Hall. Floats it out to Goodhue. Enor, Semi Rees. Can't get away. Jonah Nareki on him this time like a flash. Waiting for Hall to come around. Aaron Smith. It's Whitelock. Room out wide for Enor. Beautiful inside ball. Here's a run from Christie. Christie takes on Hunt. And Mitch Hunt. Oh boy, he's been busy tonight. Drags him over the sideline. And we all know what Tom Christie can do, and Tom Sanders, when they've given a little space. Ash Dixon, though, needs to hit his man. Oh, he hasn't done it. It's gone to the middle, and Strange drags it in. This could be curtains on this contest now with 15 to play. If the Crusaders can cross again. Enor, wide ball. Bridge! Oh, Bridge, he's been hammered. That is a great tackle on Bridge. Shuts him down. Oh, now Mooney goes backwards as well. Highlanders getting a little bit of that passion in their play. Left side Bridge trying to force his way through. Oh, what a pass! Over the head of Collins. He went for the intercept, but Collins has been left out to try. And the Crusaders put this one to bed. Jack Goodhue, the scorer. But take a look at Michael Collins. He went for glory. He went for everything. He was outnumbered 3-4-1. Watch this pass. It was sensational from Bridge. There he goes, Collins. You've got to give him the credit. He was never going to stop it defensively out wide. He had to go for it. And he had a good stab as well. Would have been interesting if he had turned that over. It was a great pass, though, from George Bridge. Beautiful to watch. Oh, floats it over the defenders. Poor old Michael Collins. He was completely left out at sea there. Jack Goodhue gets the try. Richie Mo'unga was out there. About 4 red jerseys waiting for that pass. Just floats it over the one defender. Here is Mo'unga to add another 2. 31 points to 10 now with 10 minutes to play. It has been a real contest. The scoreline doesn't reflect this one. As for most of the Highlanders season, the scoreline has not reflected how this game has gone. It's been a bit of a tussle. The Highlanders have had their chances, that is for sure. as Ioane gets his back underway, and Christie and Sanders, the two Toms,
Release.
combine to get back towards halfway. Here is a Bryn Hall floating it backwards now. Richie Mo'unga taking on the line. Oh, this is good from the Highlanders. They could get a turnover here. Last chance to learn to do something special. Aaron Smith, Jonah Nareki breaks him in half, finds the ball from Collins. Oh, high tackle. Now consistency, referee. Will Jordan gets unpunished for that. Wow, they are absolutely spewing out the Highlanders. They are blowing up about this. Two high tackles. Hold on though. It's been tapped from Ioane, and they go. Marino Mikaeli too. Charges through the middle of the park. We've got to keep our eyes on this one. Aaron Smith. Oh, beautiful. Aiden Johnston. The big loose head prop almost thunders through the middle of the park. Oh, but the Crusaders pile over the top. Enor, big ball wide to George Bridge. And look out. Here he comes again. Oh, Mitch Hunt. Mitch Hunt has seen enough. He has absolutely punished George Bridge into touch there. One last throw of the dice here. A minute to play. Ash Dixon and the Highlanders looking for a little bit of something to, well, soften this blow. They've lost the line out. Really has killed their momentum there. The ball's tossed out the back. It could be, no, it's picked up from Cody Taylor.
Release.
Thought there was a little chance of a turnover of possession there for the Highlanders. Oh, there is now. Oh, that is a very slow ruck. It's come back late, and they're going backwards, but now they get a bit of forward momentum. Collins, oh, what a ball! Jonah Nareki! He's quick, he's rapid, and Simon Rees is left in the dust. Jonah Nareki scores, and the Highlanders get a little bit more on the scoreline. A little bit more respectability. That is a great try, though, from Jonah Nareki. Frizzell, he didn't want it. He's like, I'm going backwards, Aaron, don't give it to me. And they finally fired it out to Jonah Nareki, who finished beautifully on the left edge. Look in there, he's just floating out. You saw him take his position out wide. And there was this beautiful pass from Michael Collins. Oh, that is a perfect angle to see that. And now that does add something to this game for the Highlanders. A little bit more respectability in that scoreline. And the result won't change though. It will be the Crusaders who are crowned Super Rugby Aotearoa champions for 2020. One-off season. Will we see this trophy again? Unknown situation, but the one thing we do know is that the Crusaders are crowned champions for the season of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Well, there was little doubt about it, but the Highlanders, they gave them a fair nudge like we expected. Both teams are going to finish in a flurry, but it was that middle period, that yellow card period at the start, and then just after half-time where the Crusaders took over. And it was a 4-2 scoreline in the end, 31-17. Richie Mo'unga, George Bridge, Jack Goodhue and Brad Neno all scoring tries for the Crusaders, but it was on the other side Aaron Smith and Jonah Nareki for the Highlanders. Mitch Hunt, well, he picked up a conversion. Ioane won a conversion and a penalty goal as well, whereas Richie Mo'unga grabbed 5 kicks off the tee for the winning side. Where you can see the Crusaders, as long as they got the ball, they are a danger, and that proved that just here. Look at that possession stat, almost 60% on their side. They really did enjoy having the ball on their side. Whoever got the ball looked like they were going to score as well. The two teams, very attacking and very exciting as well. It was an interesting matchup, an exciting game, but it does signal that there is a champion in Super Rugby Aotearoa with one round still to play. The Crusaders, champions, and well deserved as well. Just the one loss with one game to play. They head to Eden Park with the trophy already in the back pocket next weekend. Thank you all for tuning and watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's matchup and the whole weekend of Super Rugby Aotearoa. The Highlanders, unfortunately, unable to get the job done, but an exciting and I think very close contest on the field as well. This is a bit of a fortress for the Crusaders. Just that one loss, of course, remember, to the Hurricanes, the only loss in the last few years in Super Rugby. But they'll be back again, I expect, next season for plenty more action as well. I'll see you all next time. We have some more from next weekend's Super Rugby Aotearoa final round fixtures. But until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.